I tell you, we need a cheat sheet. Like, just, I'll ask Kevin, like. Myself.
The cheat sheet is real hard.
Apparently. I don't like being front and center.
Any suggestions?
Move.
Yeah, this is a little odd.
Call it, please.
Oh, Frank. Yeah, this is, seems like there should be. Wow.
Oh, now it's moving. I don't know how, but it's moving.
I moved it.
Seems like it's actively moving now.
Hey, Kevin,
See what I mean?
sorry to bother you.
No,
Just because I was,
The Zoom going. Yes, I asked him to go into the 3,000 more, and I went to live stream and YouTube. But now I had this.
Do you hear like an echo or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Screen point at the window and in the bottom left, there'll be like a little microphone, just mute that.
Oh,
Right there.
okay, this microphone works.
And now give it a second and see if that stops the echo.
I think it might have.
Okay, so now hit Alt Tab at the same time, and that'll take you back to the Zoom window.
Alt tab at the same time.
Alt tab. Alt tab, anything else?
That should, if you hit it once, that'll take you to the next window, which should be the Zoom window, or in the bottom tray, if you just click the Zoom icon, it should take you to the Zoom
All right,
window.
I'll try that.
there you go. That's loud.
You're good? You have it running?
I think so. I've got a dialogue box that says, start AI companion to assist with your meeting.
No, you can just exit out of that. You don't need the AI companion.
All right,
We've got Linda, so we don't need that.
good. I'm good without AI.
Yeah, we're good without that.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay,
We'll see you back on.
we'll see you in a bit.
I'm
Okay.
getting that down
Bye.
by,
I was close. Asked me what I did and had me repeat it. No chance. So, Ellie, can you remind us where we left off?
Yes, just 1 second. I'm sending Bill the link. So we left off on 190-6, the zoning map. It
says sign in.
never said that before. Maybe try it another way.
Maybe this is why I'm not getting updates. I just had the old username. I'll try my new.
I'm gonna send it again this way. See, we might get it again, I don't know if that'll work better.
Aye.
Somebody's not a gap in my notes. I go from 180-6 to 180-9. Okay.
Were you able to get in the link? Are you able to get in the link?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes.
Thank you.
You can't open it? We try to send it to you.
I may have to go different, you know. Okay, I got that second.
So that second one worked? Okay, Rich, I'm gonna send you another link.
Okay.
So since it worked for Bill the second way, maybe this one will work without you having to do it. Hey, Steve.
Welcome.
Hello.
Steve,
Yeah,
How's the warm weather?
we had our windows open today.
I think one of mine blew open, didn't, no kidding.
Steve, just for your information, we're being joined by Rich Ashnault, who's a new member of the Village Board of Trustees, okay?
Okay,
Short straw being the liaison between the planning and zoning boards and the village board.
great. Okay.
Are you in? Rich, did that work for you?
yeah, I
Second
got
one?
it, thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. And Steve, are you in the document? Or do you need me to resend you the link?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you in the document or do you need me to resend the link to you?
No, I'll find it. I'm trying to get a speaker set up here.
Sounds like it's good.
We can hear you fine, but
Yeah, the mic is working.
Go ahead, I'll catch up to you.
All right. Well, we left off at 190-6 zoning map last meeting, so we're gonna pick things up there.
Okay,
There's a reference made to the overlay districts. Recall that we had that exchange with Bruce last meeting, and he was gonna query Kevin about getting the actual overlay districts on top of the zoning map. I didn't see anything on it.
I didn't either.
I thought you said something. Just look again.
We didn't get the map. We got this attachment.
The note where he said the historic overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got, is that all that you guys have?
And then the last we heard was, I'll see what I can do from Bruce.
Okay, yes, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, so
So
that's,
maybe we just put a placeholder in the margin on that one that says we come back and review that at some point.
Okay.
Makes sense?
all right, I've got the document. What page are we on?
I don't know the page because it depends on your view, but we're on section 190-6 zoning map.
Okay, thank you.
Guess our would apply to not only -6, but also -7 being the overlay map. Rich, do you know if there's been any progress made in how the zoning map might be revised?
I do not know the answer to that.
Okay,
This is my first foray into these changes.
All right.
Now, are we out of the definitions then?
yes,
I'm up to chapter 6. I'm still in definitions, I guess.
so we're at the tail end of Article 2, if that helps.
Yeah, I just saw Article 2, 190-5, zoning districts.
Not that far,
Not that far?
not quite.
Okay, I'm already ahead of you guys.
Attaboy.
No, we are that far. We're beyond that.
Okay,
To the next one. Got zoning districts and then you scroll down
Oh, he said -5. I thought he said -9. I'm sorry.
and you'll see zoning map.
got it. Overlay map too, 190-7.
Correct.
All right, sorry about that.
And we were discussing that Bruce had asked Kevin for copies of the overlay maps, and we haven't seen those yet. So we're just going to put a note to us to circle back at some point to review the overlay maps and the language on the definitions here or the description of those areas at a later date.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, reading section -8. So subparagraph D is the area that we think is going to be addressed as part of this redo of the map, where district boundary line divides a lot and a single or joint ownership of record of time. A line is established, regulations for less restricted portion shall not exceed more than 30 feet into the restricted portion. It's my understanding that those parcels that are designated as two different zone descriptions are going to be merged into a single one. So we're not going to have light commercial residential and residential in the same lot. So that language in D will likely be changed if none of those exist going forward. Make sense?
Yeah, so that's exactly the situation with the application for the, I think is it Bruce Carey?
Yes.
Okay.
And we had the same problem with the Martin
Mhm.
tide side.
Right, okay.
So
So which way will it go? Would it go to a the less restricted would be that if it's half residential and half commercial, the whole thing's commercial. Is that what that means?
Perhaps, I don't know.
yeah, we don't know. They may change the zoning for certain areas of the village to be all of one or the other. So
Yeah, okay.
I can't imagine them going so far as to take what currently is a single parcel, but designated in two different zoning codes and divide that parcel into an A and a B.
it would make it all one or the other.
Right, I would think.
Hmm. Okay.
It would make planning a lot easier.
Okay, I put a note in there that we need language, that we think that's where we need the language.
Right. Okay.
I guess my question is does the planning board have an opinion on how such a change would be automatically done, whether to go to the less restrictive or more restrictive?
I don't know that we have enough information on it yet.
And the limited experience that I've encountered when I've been sitting around this table, it would be difficult to say, but most often what I've seen or what we've encountered here are parcels where a portion of it may be limited commercial residential LCR and the rear portion of the property away from the street, if you will, is often residential. And in those instances, it would seem that since it is bounded on the street side, as limited commercial residential currently, I think it'd be difficult to change it entirely to a residential parcel and not have a homeowner or a property owner, I guess they should say, feeling that they had their property infringed in some way, reduced in some way.
I almost think that there will have to be a separate, almost like a separate hearing for each one, because it could be very situational.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, you could look at those properties that are classified that way and are definitely residential
mhm,
and leave those residential.
yeah,
And then there are those that may be vacant land, which was the problem with Martin's.
mhm,
And you might want to make that all commercial
mhm.
or light commercial. And you grandfather in those that are
Already that way.
already, I don't know.
But yeah,
that's the
and then we
question.
don't know, because you could have, like you described, Bill, you could have two parcels sitting side by side. And using your logic, end up with one being LCR and one being residential. And, you're gonna end up with sort of a checkerboard result.
I think if I can pipe in here for a second.
Oh, this is just discussions.
Yes.
One thing that you may want to take into consideration is if you make a zoning district, or if you make a particular parcel more restrictive than it is, that could almost be a taking.
Yeah.
You could significantly alter the value of that piece of property
Exactly.
negatively,
Mhm.
which could be a problem. So, we can talk about Bruce Carey's property. Obviously, that's LCR in the front, and there was a portion of it in the back that was residential. So we couldn't put in there was at least one of the plans that he had put forth with a commercial parking lot on the residential, which is a non-permitted use in that district, but it would be fine to put in the front. But if you make that all residential,
Right.
all of a sudden, when he bought that property under commercial, he's gonna have a big problem with that all of a sudden being residential.
Right.
And I think there may be similar properties like that people own that are theoretically partially commercial.
Mhm.
And if you make it all residential, all of a sudden that's worth something less than it was before, potentially.
Yeah, and the neighboring people behind Mr. Carey could see a drop in their value of property if that residential section becomes a parking lot. So it can work both ways. I wasn't aware until just reading this that his parking lot could protrude up to 30 feet into the residential area without any kind of board action. Am I understanding that correctly?
It's possible for the applicant who's using a limited commercial residential, by way of example, in the front, to have that limited commercial residential type use extend as much as 30 feet into the residentially zoned portion of the parcel.
That's the way the rules read now. Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
But I think for our purposes, we just want to raise our concerns over this section.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to continue as we've been doing, is reviewing it on a case by case basis to be fair to all concerned. But with that 30 feet proviso, I can't remember whether Mr. Carey's parking lot was within that 30 feet or if he's aware of this of this regulation either.
It was, Steve, and in fact, the parking lot went all the way to the extreme
And
other side of the parcel.
Setback. Okay, thank you. Okay.
So does it make sense to just leave these in limbo?
I think so,
For now.
because we're not gonna settle it.
Right.
Yeah, I think we wanna, in our report back or whatever, wanna say the wording in this whole section concerns us and we would like to.
But just this discussion sort of points out the problems that exist for any sort of changes.
Yeah.
Alan, I was moving on to 190-9 and the first item there is adult entertainment, and I saw your note out of the column. I thought, but she's referring to agriculture, not adult entertainment.
You've never heard of dancing games? I couldn't differ. So what did I say? Why does this been not mentioned? Oh, yeah. Yes, I am referring to the agriculture. And I think we talked about this a little bit before where it was in the definitions. It's because they consider. No, that was fowl was separate.
Yeah, fowl was
A separate thing.
a separate item.
Unless farming is inclusive of, because you're a farmer, it's a foregone conclusion that it's also livestock. It
When
wouldn't
you have a
have to be.
definition of farming,
I believe there's a definition.
no. Not so certain we don't need a definition of farming.
It's not in the definitions.
No, not in this section below, no.
Oh, okay.
There's two 190-8s on the copy that I'm looking at.
Definition of farming, Rich?
No.
No, I don't see.
Application for regulation, is that what you're looking at?
Well, there's, the first 190.8 is interpretation of district boundaries, which I feel like I've read somewhere else. I may be looking at a different.
Yeah, he's right. The next second 190-8 is applications of regulations.
Right. Where we are. Article 3. Use regulations.
So it looks like that 190-8 should be 190-9.
Well, then you'd have to move
All of them,
all of it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that somebody else was reviewing this first, and there's a couple places where you have some of that. So,
Where we've got duplication of numbers.
yeah, and we haven't,
That hasn't been
nobody's
addressed yet.
fixed the formatting or anything like that yet.
and this is under a whole new Article 3. So, okay.
Yeah.
So do you want me to make a note that there should be a definition for farming?
Consider a definition for farming, yeah.
So I don't know if I missed this discussion, but the fact that it has adult entertainment, see somewhere else, should we even have that in there at all?
I think the reason that it's there, it was kind of like when there was signs and billboards, like, some people, if it's not there, people might think it's overlooked. So I think that's why it's there.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So if I understand it right, this Article 3 is covering the use and the definitions for applications. Is that what it says definitions? Is it definitions of
Uses,
usage? Correct?
I believe, yes.
Okay.
I think though, when I look at that agriculture dash, I mean, I would say that they are defining agriculture as farming, which includes
Livestock.
all of that descriptive.
Yes.
So I
Also, it is a definition of its own already.
Well, there is no, it ends at dry cleaning, so I don't see any farming defined.
but it's under agriculture, so I don't know if we need
So you could remove agriculture and just say farm.
but that still doesn't, you still need to define it further because it still doesn't list.
Well, farming is all of those activities.
But
Haulage, probably.
Yeah. Ellen's point is it more? Does it include?
Livestock and animals, because it does say it's got or harvesting for the production of food.
Yeah, then you can expand that to include the raising of livestock.
Because otherwise, I guess my point is, otherwise you don't need all these other things in here. If you're gonna define, it kind of is defining farming when it says including plowing, tilling, cropping, installation of, this and that, cultivating. I just think.
I
it should
think
be-
what we have come across is those instances where people are trying to raise chickens.
I have chickens, but I have enough land over there.
So.
Yeah, but
Or-
how far away is that from a horse? Okay,
Well, or anything,
any other sort of animals, okay? Can I have a stable? Okay,
Right.
if I'm zoned. If I have an agricultural use, okay, can I have
and we.
chickens and sheep and goats and
Right,
cows and
so it kind of,
horses and?
I think it kind of should be, because like my property in Pulteneyville it's
Yeah,
defined.
it's zoned agriculture.
It's zoned agriculture and I
Yeah.
can have those
That would be
things.
permitted. And we'd have to look,
Do-
I'm not sure how much
Do we
zoning.
have any agriculture in the village?
I don't,
There was a big concern when Youngman Farms wanted to put in a petting zoo. They were calling that agriculture, but that's animals there for petting zoo for kids, not to
Not
raise
for-
the animals.
Not for,
And it's within the
production.
village limits apparently.
oh yeah,
But she came under ag marketing, so she got exempt from all the village.
But
oh,
that came up
Yeah,
when they.
yeah, it came up.
it was a back door.
Yeah,
it's interesting because if you like roll back, like I don't know how old, but like way back when, people would have had a stable, to your point, because they would have needed that to get around. I don't know to what point that those deeds may have been
yeah,
changed or.
real quickly, I don't think we have any ag zone in the. We don't have any property zoned agriculture.
So do we,
Even like,
Oh, sorry.
Carrie's lot has a barn on it, it's not like,
it's not for horses anymore?
okay.
Well, if we go into our district zoning,
Mhm.
at what used to be 190.8 or 9, it was 190.8. You know, that grid,
Oh, yes. Mhm.
and it has the listing of all of the different uses,
Mhm.
specific business uses. It doesn't include farming or agriculture there. Just looking at it now. It does not appear to. So should it, and say, should it say agriculture or farming not permitted, or special permitted, special permitted? What,
I think.
it seems to me we're gonna have if we're gonna have a definition, and we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about it, we should use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's, if you look at general uses, only in line, it says page 26 of 101. Agriculture is permitted, though not including keeping of fowl or farm animals. That's,
What page were you on, Richard?
it says on mine that I'm looking at 26 of 101. It's
Okay,
under general uses.
I've got 113, so,
It's part of 190.9 permitted uses. After all those definitions,
right,
then there's residential uses and then there's general uses.
and is it under agriculture?
And agriculture says P4, which means permitted. But 4 means not including keeping of fowl or farm animals.
They're probably
Oh, okay.
looking at situations where people have big gardens.
I don't consider that agriculture. Like my family lived in town and we always had the biggest garden because we had 7 kids.
No, but that might be,
So like,
they're the only agriculture. There was a blueberry farm on
On Bayless.
Davis.
Yeah.
That would have been a commercial agricultural venture.
Well, just to stay on that for a second, in the table of uses where it says agriculture and it says not, not including or not permitted, where did it go here? Not including keeping of fowl or farm animals. Does that mean it's permitted? Subject to the keeping of fowl or farm animals? Or is it specially permitted? Or is it not permitted?
I can't see any reason why you would want something other than a commercial like the blueberry farm. Like, why would you want to have it permitted? Agriculture, like farming in the village,
Well, I don't know that it's farming just to have a horse.
right?
If I happen to have one of those larger parcels out there on the west side of town or whatever, okay? Or Scott's property, okay?
Yeah, which was farm.
Yeah, is that? Right now, it's designated as a P4, so permitted, but not including the keeping of fowl or farm animals. Is a recreational horse a farm animal?
I mean, I think a horse is a farm animal.
I'm not a horse guy, okay,
But I could see that coming.
yeah, I can see it coming too. But note to us when we get down to that,
Well, we also then have to, like, will they have to change all of the deeds? Like, will they have to update deeds? For example, if somebody has a current deed that is agricultural, right? But the way that the property is being used,
I
you
don't
know,
think your deed shows you whether it's ag-
it does show you, but will any of these changes that we're making impact somebody's deed, like require it to be changed?
You know, something else, I see a definition for P, but I don't see a definition for P4. What's the four do?
I think the four is reference to the not keeping of fowl or farm
Yeah.
animals.
Wow,
Yeah, it's at the very end.
that's not good format at all. I've never seen any poor format like this before in my life. Yeah, I mean, the typical citizen should just be able to read this and understand it, right?
I think that's part of the reason for their review. You know?
Yeah, and I see now, I'm confirming what you just said, Bill, is P1 above it, manufactured homes.
Right.
There's a number one of an exclusion of manufactured homes. So you're absolutely right. And a P2, a two-family dwelling, has another subnote of like a definition. Okay. I
Yes.
guess it's clear. Okay.
But all of those where it's just a P, as you point out, Steve, that would say it's permitted. But is there anything else that's subject to other permissiveness, like a special permit?
Sure. Yeah, it's really clear now that you're exactly spot on what the numbers refer to. Because any of the uses that don't have a qualifier just have a P.
So I guess in answer to our one question, we are using agriculture. It's down in our general uses. So now that we have agriculture defined as being defined up above as being farming for openers, do we think it should be defined further relative to livestock, for example?
Well, I think my personal opinion, I don't think we should allow livestock in the village, but certainly if someone has 5 acres in the village, they should be able to have a horse, recreational horse. So I don't know how much in the weeds you want to get on something like that, or what precedent you can refer to.
Well, harkening back when we lived in Penfield, those properties that were 5 acres or more were permitted to have chickens or a horse.
And that's the way it was in Parrington too.
Okay.
There was there was a bunch of properties that specifically, advertised it when we were searching for our home. Of course, I wanted the 5 acres and a horse, and Evie says, and we get rid of the sailboat. So that didn't happen.
Can't have it all.
Well, I think we can ask ourselves if we want to suggest including that.
I would agree with that. I have no understanding of whether there's are there 5 acre properties in the village?
There, yeah. On Lake Road going out,
Okay,
that subdivision of Noack's.
Is that the only one?
Johnson's property is
Scott's is,
pretty close to that, right?
it might even
I
be,
think he actually has a dozen, but before the carve out.
might have had 20 acres,
Is it?
18, yeah, something tells.
is the golf course in the village, or is that too far south?
Part of it is.
Part of it is, okay.
Front half, well, back half now.
But that, what is it, the fairways across the street from Scott's house is not in the village.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, because my son's house is right past the golf course, the first one, and he's Sodas. Not Sodas.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know if there might be some acreage on Margaretta Road that
Yeah. I think having 5 acre horse lot enhances the community, in my opinion.
They probably have more than 5 acres.
well,
Yeoman Orchards might have more than 5 acres. Cause it goes way back into the forest.
but I think that might be. It might be the only.
The only area.
Yeah,
So do we want to add a disclaimer or something that says 5 acres or more, or if there's only one, it's kind of a moot point, because you're not gonna,
Well, I could buy two adjacent properties and merge them, I suspect.
if you got approval.
We got approval.
Caitlin's property might have
5.
5 there on Margaretta Road. And definitely Noack is, because he's subdividing those in 5 acre lots, and he's got 20 of them there, or. I mean, he had
Yeah,
4.
4, 5
4 or
acre
5
lots.
lots, yes.
And I don't know this piece of property that's across from the water treatment plant.
Down
That
over,
is,
down over
Is
the
that a
bay.
single person?
I don't know, they tore all that. They took all those trees down
Right.
before the DEC came in. I don't know how big that is.
Did they make him stop?
Yeah.
I don't know about horses, but mountain goats in there.
What about all that area where that Phil Leone wants to build campsites?
That's not,
That's more than 10
Fine.
acres, I thought they said.
I think it is.
Yeah,
We were looking at last week or 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
That
where he wants to build the campsites. that
No.
piece.
No, when he was
The
talking
one
about
that
this
we were
one.
looking at last week.
Oh, back there.
Buying from
Yeah.
somebody else.
That woman, I forget her name, already. All right, so what do we want to do? That's a lot of time.
Well, I think we ought to put a note there to come back to that also, and among the notes say, you know, is there a
Yeah, we'd like
Should we
a
want,
better
should we
definition.
put a,
provision for greater than 5 acres to allow livestock?
Not like.
I'm just looking at my hunting app. And Phil's lot that he owns now is 11 on Margaret.
Oh,
Yeah. That could be, because it goes way back.
that's before it connects with the one to the rear of it that he's in the process of purchasing.
Carter.
Yeah, Ruth.
Carter, thank you.
That's another 11.64.
Yes. And
that's
she's
the one
gonna
where
keep,
he's getting 10 and she's keeping like 1.4 or something
Right.
like that, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I added a note, that we need to discuss that.
right. So another note would be, each one of these titles presumably should make their way to the table of zoning restrictions in 190, whatever it's gonna be, used to be 8. In table of quote unquote permitted uses.
There are a bunch of pieces out Lake Road that are
Sizable.
larger than 5.
Mhm. I think Bruce Carey, I think that Gannett, or not Gannett, Demolay. Big.
Sure it is. Sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that is 15.18. Again, this is by my hunting app, so I don't know.
No, but that makes. That's.
Automobile repair. Any comments, thoughts?
None here.
One thing you may want to think about in automobile repair, does that include things like ATVs, that sort of thing, rather than just automobiles?
It says motorcycles, trucks, trailers,
Similar vehicles.
Is that a similar vehicle?
Yeah, I mean, why not put it in there?
Okay, so, well, do you want to add snowmobiles too, like,
Yeah.
you know?
ATVs, so I mean. Side by sides, those are real popular.
right?
You might include it in the title, automobile/ATV repair. Because everything under automobiles indicates something that is licensed, road licensed.
Well, to me, automobile indicates a car. And
Yeah,
we motorcycles in here, maybe it should be vehicle. Well, is that still a car? To me, a vehicle is more like a modus of transportation. It could be other things, whereas an automobile is specifically a car. I would think.
unless it's covered somewhere else. I agree with you.
So here,
But if you, yeah, you've got motorcycles there, so I think that they're trying to,
Right,
whoever wrote that wanted to put any motorized vehicle.
Wanted to make it,
So-
yeah.
but to Steve's point, maybe we change.
Motorized vehicle.
I don't think you need another definition somewhere else saying side-by-side repair.
Right, so what are
I think you
what are we
include it.
saying is the all-inclusive,
I
we
would
change
say-
automobile to what? Or do we say automobile slash
Motor vehicle.
just motor vehicle instead of automobile?
Or in,
Yes. That's good.
The area that we have that's most gonna be affected by this is over on Margaret Road, where they're gonna have those electric bicycle things. So I don't know if you call that motorized vehicle. Maybe we
Electric
should,
motor. So, yeah, but you're right.
well,
okay. So motorized and electric vehicles.
well, it's an electric
It's
motor.
electric motor, so
Okay.
it is covered.
Yeah.
So I've changed it to automobile slash motorized vehicle repair. And then I suppose we should change the next two as well, instead of automobile storage, it should be slash
Sales. yeah.
motorized. Right, and
Storage,
and
yeah.
same with the next one, do we still need to add, in the descriptor, since we do have motorcycles, are we gonna, do you want us to add ATVs,
I would-
snowmobiles,
I would-
side by sides?
Yeah, then you've covered yourself. Somebody doesn't come along and say, oh, that wasn't in your definition.
Hey, we made a change.
This is silly, but is side by side spelled out like that, or?
I have no idea.
No,
There, it's side hyphen by hyphen side.
thank you.
And as long as we're talking about the very motor vehicles, does this include RVs?
It's a motor vehicle. So I guess it would.
Yeah,
Okay, so, trailers, RVs. It's gonna get very long. Should we, it says, or similar vehicles, or should we say, just to name a few? You know, because then. I don't know,
I think we just leave the
leave
same.
it, okay.
My concern is that if we continue to make it broader and broader and broader and broader, be careful what you wish for.
Mhm. Okay. Bank. Are you ready to move on to bank? Or do you want to read
It's
each?
interesting, to put, now that we've expanded the definition the way that we have, and you start looking at the, vehicle storage section. Any vehicle structure or land used primarily for the commercial storage of two or more vehicles, so two motorcycles could, become regulated,
I mean, that's commercial storage too.
and that's commercial, yeah. So commercial storage is primarily for commercial storage of two or more.
Seems like a very low number.
It
Well,
does.
but if privately, private garage is not gonna be a commercial storage,
Right.
Yeah,
you know?
but who would have a commercial
It could
storage?
become one though. It could become a commercial storage garage if I housed two motor vehicles in addition in my garage.
No,
For
I don't
profit.
think so, but commercial would suggest you're making money. off it.
Right.
Your license.
So you're leasing your garage space to somebody?
Yeah. The two motorcycles, yeah.
Maybe we should stop here and.
I think so. Draw a line on that.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
How we doing?
Good, are you?
Good.
That's a lot of categories to regulate in that schedule of permitted uses. A different type of zoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it will eliminate, what is that catch-all that we currently run into, and any other retail.
Not otherwise.
Not otherwise, yeah, exactly, that one. Retail business or service not otherwise specifically mentioned herein. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
You can, the final site plan,
For today's,
Or Chris,
yeah,
no. Not that I've seen.
yeah, I was just looking.
Did you bring a different, or did you bring some added information, Chris?
Yeah, I did the measurements from
Good
the
man.
back of the berm to the property line and then also the east property line.
Great.
I guess I didn't, because I wasn't here. So I never saw the original.
The original,
That would have been the agenda for,
December 1st.
let me see. If I got-
Chris, do you have an extra copy of that?
I don't, I
Okay,
mean, I can give you this one, but I don't.
you put it on here. I've got one of those.
Yeah, I went home and did the math off my tax map.
I figured it was a little over 200 feet.
That 63 from there to the property line.
Thank you.
On the other side.
Thanks, sir. Bill, for your benefit,
Yeah,
we had
this is.
this before, okay, we asked Chris to come back with the distance to the back line, the distance to the sideline. So he's now come back with those. It's 63 feet from the side of the building to the east property line. And 208 feet to the south line.
That's what's.
Yeah, that's how. That's right. Sorry,
Do you need to kick off?
Yeah, I-
the meeting?
so it's a little after 7. Sorry for the delay. We'll get started. Call the meeting to order. Once upon a time, we had name tags, but we'll do introductions, although they may not be needed at this point. I'm Bill Kedley, sitting in for Bruce Eater.
Bill McKee.
Ellen Farm.
Linda Youngman.
Steve Taylor.
And Steve Taylor is on Zoom, and we're joined this evening by Rich Ashnault, who's the village trustee, who's got the short straw for liaison with the village board and the planning committee. So, welcome, Rich.
We got Kevin on too, right? It's like,
Kevin Phone.
Yes, Kevin joins us by audio, yes. So the meeting was advertised in the Times of Wayne County. It's also posted on the village website. We have a quorum of 4 of us members here represented tonight. First order of business is to review and or approve the minutes of the December 1st, 2025 meeting. Everyone received copies of those minutes?
Yes.
Are there any comments or questions or edits that are recommended to those minutes?
And then I
Hearing none, I'll take a motion to approve the minutes.
So made.
so I second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. So we have one item on the agenda tonight. You don't have to wait till the end tonight, Mr. Green. Want to step up? The application is for Chris Green to build it's final site plan approval. Chris Green to build a 28 by 32 foot pole barn at 7828 Margaret Road. So you will step up and tell us a little bit more about what may have changed and what more information you've come with, Mr. Green.
Nothing's changed. I came with the measurement to the back property line and to the east property line.
And those measurements are?
208 feet to the back property and 63 to the east line.
Thank you. And so those are well within the required setback distances, and there's no variances required. Okay. And any further adjustments to the physical building you plan?
No.
Okay. Any questions by members of the board? Colors of the proposed structure?
Here.
Black roof,
Say again.
blue walls, black roof.
Blue walls, black roof, great. And windows, you're gonna include some windows, you said?
Yeah, one on each side.
Yes,
They're in the stamp plans that you got.
and we asked you to relocate the door or add another door to the rear side. Is that in your plans too?
I didn't realize you would ask that.
I think we said the window was large enough to serve as egress.
Oh, is it down low enough
Yeah,
for
okay.
exit? Okay, okay. You're right, we did say that. Thank you.
Sure.
Any comments from members of the board?
Chris, I wasn't here at that last meeting. Where is that property on Margaretta?
The west end, 2 from the gun club.
Okay. Split level?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Steve, no questions?
No questions.
Ellen,
No questions.
Bill, nothing further? Can I have a motion? I'm happy to make the motion if others.
I was thinking Bill was going to.
Bill, you're gonna? Go for it.
Sure.
We're missing Janine. She does a great job with motions.
I move that we approve final site plan for Chris Green's property at 7820 Margaretta Road to construct a 28 by 32 foot pole barn,
I second it.
Thank you.
per, what have we got? It's,
For site plan.
per site plan.
And I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. No one opposed? Application's approved?
Now, I go see Kevin.
Yes.
All right.
You go see Kevin this week and he will give you a permit and you can let the horses loose.
All right. Can we get this kind of always in the clerk's office? Accommodate her.
I'm terrible on it, I just think it would be cool. Oh, I did.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So that's our only order of business tonight, and if our esteemed trustee has any comments for us?
Nice to be with
Trustees?
you.
No?
I move we adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor of adjourning?
Say aye.
Aye.
Did you say AI?
I said say aye. I can't help myself sometimes.
No, exactly.
Okay, we're adjourned.
See you.
Short meeting.
Yes.
Good job.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a all good holiday, folks.
You too.
Thank you, Steve. You as well.
Yep.
Oh, the next meeting.
See you next year. So it would be January,
Yeah.
that was January 5th sound.
Seems so far off.
Next year.
Yeah.
January 5th.
Correct.
Raise your face.
Oh, stop, I don't, she's an elf, that's. It's a little stuff, she's an elf, oh, really? Okay. Shit.
That may be a record for the shortest meeting.
Yeah, right.
So when he did, that property must back up to the gun club where the.
Bill, can you just hit end on the meeting when you guys get a sec?
Yes, thank you.
We're talking about 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were talking, is it possible for you to help us make a cheat sheet for how we, we always seem to have challenges when we set this, when we start the meetings? And
Yeah, there is a cheat sheet. It was on the table. Has it gone away from the table?
we have never seen one to my knowledge.
Now, there's just,
Yeah, there was one on the, I can reprint it out. There was a laminated one that was on the table for just starting and live streaming and everything.
If so, we've never referred to it. We always just like call you.
Oh yeah, I can definitely reprint it out and relaminate it if it's gone.
Yeah.
the one laminated thing that's here is warning, don't move the podium.
Okay, so that means it got moved. All right, I'll reprint it and get it on the table for you guys.
Our name tags also disappeared.
Yeah, I think I read it on the same call.
Yeah, so we had a cleaner come in, and instead of cleaning, they threw away a lot of stuff. So that probably is collateral damage.
Well, it's not the end of the world, but I just thought I'd mention as long as we're talking about missing items.
But the cheat sheet would be great. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. I'll get that printed out for you guys.
Thanks, Karen.
Yep. And I can't end it, or I would end it for you on my end.